Moment echo, it doesn't necessarily absolutely sense me that he doesn't do next moment, which is anything. Got a question here. Sprung, I don't know. Is it relevant for me? Because it relevant necessarily because it benefit me. Because don't do any actions say about it. Which doesn't itself. I don't want to first of all know about the future which doesn't really are changing characteristic. If you understand that thing, don't tell anything about anybody else, anything. It doesn't relate something like that very much. I don't want to hear anything. I don't want to spend time thinking about anything here. I'm focusing myself here. It's just could be focusing really seriously here. That's different thing. Of course, about the society and defeatists. There are defeatists here. Getting around some things here. There's no negativity the case here. So it's a surprise myself. So I'm there all day. So I must be open here. Say about it. It's gonna the fact about it in me, my case, and it has been. I take a look around. I make a videos here. I make a videos around this year. Here it is by myself. Here I talk about it. Here it is my case channel here. You cannot say that I haven't tried about. Can you say about your channel as a sports area? It's just your it's channel on your. It's just an all try. Well, maybe I am all try this. I'm not give a damn about that thing. So another individuals are coming here over the next is the previous year. And so looking for a the good didn't previously existing a whole world of us here. Okay, look around it. This is element. Really? Oh, well, it's not so bad, I guess. So that is okay. Organization. I check it out this profile here. Okay, don't waste your time about anything like this. Okay, moving on to the next thing here. The vectors here, time in here. Oh, they're not here, okay, this apparently not. High level Sukubainer rules. Suspending constantly here. Okay, I'll take a look around for this thing here. Just killing everything here. Automatical here. Oh, voice recording, I guess the quality. And it's now the putting on here. And so we can focus on the offline here. Singing here. Okay, what's going on? This is here. Singing. Looking on. What kind of singing is this gonna be? Okay, now take a look for all those factor here. CI. Modify state here. Or does it also elastic support here? Yeah, and the elements here. I'm looking for it here. Is like a specific colleague is looking for that. You ever recognize the factors? This doesn't really focus here. What happened that thing here? Nobody seems to be really here it goes. To correlate that thing on here. I like it on here. I do get that kind of stuff here. It is still about it. That's incredible, isn't it? And think about this synchronize the actions about the Sonic, isn't it? He is the controller he's running and he's just take it himself a role here. I want to create about it. He cannot himself say he's on this screen over here. That's great about it. Things in the universe anyway are that kind of different thing. Well, are you guys gonna come in here? Okay, I got some good places here turning around these things here. Okay, here we go about these things here. Recuperazione automatic disc. This is automatic playing area. Okay, there's all these different access here. Okay, you have it here. What's going on here? There's another showcase. That VLC player here because this success. Yes, there's no doubt about that. Any Windows tools is success usually in solitaire. What is the expression of power? Is not using the expression of power here. Is not using the mightiest here. Mighty worship mightiest here. I really like that somehow. I really like something like that kind of thing here. No power, sorry. If we have power over somebody else, As in everybody always has somebody that the highest power here. Let those individuals that's we keep going. Big was here in one scanner. Environment of vlog. Now it's back on the news videos of when I get that's also basically different things here. The first video. I continue about the life here. So with all list this here. I have a complaint about here. Sure, what I do about this things about here. Ah, so, unimportant here. So not so important here. Fine, I did 9 here. Wi-Fi 8 here. Okay, I was already reading about this thing here. Here we go about here. This is disgusting about here. Wi-Fi 8 get Complutension supplant here. Okay, this is an interesting website here. It's a in like a discuss existing here. There is a chance here. Just go and take it as a instance here and find out good manufacturers here. Yes, so see, you know what you wanna do here. Yes, I wanna do too. A factor here. I'm pulling of those things down right here. Just find his look interesting here. His look interesting here. What is looking for gem souls here? I hitting everybody here. That's like I usually like I say, hit everybody here. Best case and load everything here. The basic is series here. And so you have an off right okay so yeah. Colors. That's always you sort of thing. Feel like I really use a decorate then so here. The country of the where people spend coffee about the head is also slightly smaller here. Yes, that's important factor here. The header is every respect is smaller here, better food here. There's no pieces okay, so they dominate about here. Then they all are okay, so the respect is looking for anything here. So in what we talk about here is something about the usually is kind of a fat. Usually is a syndicator who have a much more different kind of characters of the body type here. So the body is type, but here is someone as a no. You look at body types that not necessary case here. What is body type you need to keep up the case a very slim or tall case but it's not sight-wise so very much. So like this body type it just used to be. And here it is. It's okay for what I can say about here. You like the body type here, so that's the best thing here. It's not like a safari. A body type of that kind of thing. And make a look around here. What you recognize is still this guy. Oh, shouldn't be a berry case. Sorry, look at berry. Okay, I might be getting still got all the while, but then very is that doesn't work about very well. It generally is when somebody does an exercise message machine, so in a very case that itself is not gonna really work very well. Do I live in this country? I'm going too soon again. Okay, the name like this, the advantage here. The nationalities here. Let's create about here a similar kind of element here. I thought it should be already. I keep going. So he was good about the hitting around here. And it's already happened once. So now the second time here. It's already gets a kill call. However, they come in. They have other things alive here. Can super go on here. I'm opening mouth around here. And there are people it's difficult here. And say about the there is a couple of options of number one here. But sort of whatever he sees about, he sort of whatever he is, because those things happen here. And so like as he said, he's like to here do whatever it takes to getting a target here, is and so and letting yourself here, I guess he can recognize it's one way about to do things, but the the more bigger forces pull you off, I guess as they as in general, nothing is better than anything else. However, it has already mentioned about your discussion. Something like this is question came here. Yes, here figures in a plane on here. I found about that thing. Didn't write about it. Focus. This is an 80s pop songs here. What are 80s pop songs are I'm singing? Oh, let's count that direction. I have to immediately find about that count if it's CA. I don't want to talk here, guys. I don't want to waste time myself. I want, of course, everything. Just get off the case. It's becoming more desperate. His every element, okay? He's never been that kind of thing. But he's now affected the society, okay? Everything else here. It's just so about here, is somebody was to make it such a kind of it. And everybody, and what happened then? Normal people, is yeah. Because that keeping the part of competition here. If somebody is looking for here a competition, somebody is a competition, but then take a competition himself part here. He's always behind here, of course, because this is also that different things that could be done. Didn't I gave the instance that it could be done. Okay, do you show me about this case right? This design thing. That's a all about here. Coming here. I was telling you. I am sorry of the 60 right here. Party like here. Here we go. There is something as a 1980s here. 80s and 1980s here. Putting an asterisk as a background. Okay. So let's get off this thing, but here. Starting here. Let's focus here. Then let's get a good scoop against down. 80s radio here. Okay, that's a factor here. Use about here, right there. Yes, here. I don't wanna talk here. Okay, I'm ready here, right there. You're ready. Excellent, that's kind of different. I'm capable. I don't wanna really talk about it. It doesn't really matter. That's kind of is I don't focus about what other people do about here, right there. All the focus is things go so much easier if you ignore everything else. Focus yourself. Focus is that kind of target here. He recognizes the knowledge they can recognize, but he don't focus on the respect. He take knowledge, but no focus here. Okay, too soon. Well, okay, we've concentrated again. Well, pretty the same here. 6 guess here. Is there any difference here? I don't know really, sorry. Advanced stuff out here, all those things of it. Okay, there's a need to sing it, there's a put it as a front video, say. The new style here is being much easier to separate here. By far. The final singing. Okay, you're right this time around. 5-3 console here. Here, Bellissimo per associare attention that thing. And so that equals downside. As far as it was as real sound down here, sure. To rest. The good in sharing with the disabilities, there is something at the competition to talk about it here. You're gonna really talk about that, and you don't talk about it. Yeah, but if you say about talk about all this intel, you talk about the front of cameras here, the systems here. It's important camera having is that you're able to feel maybe have a human this message shoot about here. It's just amazing what's complaining. Take a look around how the people will be yourself right here is looking for it. They're looking for what other people's mind of it. Why you don't keep up, why you just keep it talking and doing it. It should be. It's a bit involved. Here it is looking for the behavior as reference. You understand perfectly. So the developing the friends about here is correct in either case. But yes it is. Not many people sing it. Do not be more singers, yeah. Correct in here. things there. Well, I don't know your reason. Why? Because I'm more in tone case and simple as that. Look at this there. I hit all the lyrics right here. Local currency. Here it is. The machine says I hit the message. That's right. I hit the message. I beat you. This kind of. Remember this kind of. It's discriminated about the. You have to get a tone situation. I make mistakes, of course, and I'm not able to. But nevertheless, it's three kind of. The first is the brain capacity able to recognize it. I'm not that good at. Second thing is maybe third thing factor is how much you really want to achieve that thing here. It's something like that you really put 100% on. Think about here that you can do things like in seconds, or you can do things 100% here. Is so 100% means that you take everything of your capability here. Okay, there. So person who is better still can get worse result here because he doesn't try really seriously. He just like a do like a okay whatever, and he doesn't care about the tools anything here, and that's why he's actually loose about it here. But like only different lighting and light for very very unlike anybody ever do anything if they don't want to achieve something. That's why there is every time if anybody ever do something like this, they always 99.995% likelihood are always trying the maximum for themselves here. You don't see anybody here who don't try the hardest to get it. They all, I mean, you're kidding me about here, right? Everybody of them is make very close to maximum here, if not case. And that's a different thing here, I guess. That's why you cannot, I'm not the case, I will never be one. I do not do the service here. The star, I will never be one here. And the Salvador, I am here to show you my pleasure here. We do not talk about in my room here, I know too, but so please don't ask, whatever I don't ask, I will never be one. Well, service here, and just the contrary, because looking for is a nationality here. What can you say about here? Is I guess here. Well, when it's like a become here. Here we go. There's no face of it. What's the name about here? Rank here. He's not himself star, I guess. What else does it mean about here, I say? Okay. As I say about it, he's not ever will to get I know you guys, you're actual Pin. How you say about you, not Pin? If I Pin on I get databases of things here. It's just not necessarily everybody here, I guess. As I say, I don't focus on, I guess, also a combo fellows. They don't get anything from me, I guess, any interest, anything. It's focusing most, I guess, yeah. You're, I guess, something, I guess, it was getting here. It was kidding about, that's the fact about here. I still haven't seen anybody here, guys. Yeah. It's just, you have to really moving around the world here. Is the keeping going on here. It's just the same here. Exactly here. Good for this guy. So these guys are, to be honest, so I am myself here. I mean, it's not that the guy that I wouldn't necessarily like about it. I'm really big. There's another element here, big, and I'm also. I don't know. It's complicated here. But here it is, the factors, okay, so yeah. He's just want the maximum of every case. He don't wanna there's something about it. The cast about it, he don't really like cash spending around. And definitely you're looking for this thing here. You're looking for more and more he's really focused on things here. Here we go, can you get this thing off of here? And get over that thing here. It's interesting thing about this here. I got things here, the mind about it. In some cases, I'll specify the case of it, and still it will be still single here. What's the difference here? Think about this kind of his behavior, what affected dopamine here. So kind of cancer with this pretty much all the time here. Using dopamine can be all the time, like this kind of data. But those cancer cells are like a this different thing. They just increase about it. They're not going anywhere here, guys. There's difference. Also, this kind of doesn't necessarily absolutely kill you, even unless you of course are really jump over here. Well, that's not the case here. Yes, guys. Here it goes, if one. Let's go. What happened here? I never will say here. We're looking for a disc, I think. This end of this thing here. I said this message myself, so Alice. Well, shoot this video shit into the vomit just now. This was here. If I got like a pocket that thing here, then you know what you were doing. I take a risk here. I take a risk. What do you talk about here? Neck muscles was this. The factors here is what it is, recognize. Here it is factors. Let's put in the 1 second here. An element here. The sport case. The false teeth case change about here. Now guys, it was but again he's a fix about this way. Why shouldn't? It was forcing force here. You recognize of course thing about here. So when he choose that thing over. Uh I think about it, it's something that's about here that I cannot ever getting it the boss of you. Yes, here's a tell me about it. Couple cause there's a better here. Which will able accommodate the kitchen. What is a slow down? Look around. Equation. I mention here. Listen. Why sure? Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not? That's that's what's it. This guy. Why is that's smile about this now? Yeah, okay. Focus here. Nothing is physical error. There's always different calls, but not best calls here. Everybody. And every time the list is changed about here, there's like interactions here, and coherence here. What is basically the last how to say separate sort by default here. Reply rate. If there is 13 here, reply rate here. Look at this, you can set different here result here. Look at this gonna be very important. Did I see it like this ever before? Couldn't show about that thing here. Something like this. So take those classes away here. Is that everything is better after it is you can see whoa that is fake around here. What is fake? Those those colorless classes around here. I mean whatever here. And the factor here. The color glasses here. I didn't have a fun yet because it was Chinese manufacturer. I kind of picture. I think about Chinese manufacturer then, but I just haven't found out about the color lenses. I was thinking about where they're getting it. Here it is better. Oh, I see those. Okay, so it's those are the faster. Yeah. Here I'm looking for the Alexa. Interesting. What is it? This Alexa. It's a little bit finding around. Yeah. The question is all questions. This is does he has a kind of a does Alexa get in a height case it's a preference around. Yeah, for 3.3 case this makes sense. Version use it. Me me okay for booster. So they're also spending here. Men looking for the spending of times here. Is it this occasion? And I said the phone is really constant up here. I'll keep it going now. You just looking for see? Here, looking for. What's it try? Oh sure. Here is a. Here is listen up. There's a way. Wait a second. Policy figure. Just here this give us here. Looking for the mines. I found something better here. This is so what? Like I said, everything is so clear about the given conditions up there. I focus on it. It's all negative here. Looking for individuals here. Poor he saw the interest here. What is 100% self-interest? This is 100% self-interest here, I said. But it's so much superior here. I don't really get it over here. I make a mistake. I'm a little bit grammar bad here. So, but I'm not everything is a grammar bad. It's also everything else here. Is this progressing? No, it's stuck. What do you do about this situation? Upload. So now it's looking for here. Current position. Let's explain everything. 5 estimated kilobytes a second here. Nobody say about it here. Did you stop it here? Nothing seems to go any direction here. 502. What's the next thing here? Fight again. The continue about here. And why not together? You recognize if you just go outside here, it's not gonna get anything here, by the way. Okay, let's go to the also because I got this screen, that's seriously thing. You already recognize it. So it's got 15-minute videos here. I'm gonna upload it whole night long here. Oh, you can actually say good night about here and I get over here. 162 minutes here. In other respect, when you see something like this, you might actually think about well, why not actually get back here, I guess. What are you working about here? And respect here, who get it, guess, etc. Even so here. I'm looking for couldn't make other things that all factors here. Is usually dislike about here. The fit is I require that attraction here. Even so here. I recognize about here. Well, then it's gonna help for everybody here, is but that's the way about it. Everybody's gonna influence it to push everybody that direction here is in so here with local paper. Or good like a person. Okay, not yet coming. It's very late here. They invest almost everything those are correct explicitly. Presence up to sleep and discussing a fauna. What if I just get off this thing and I'm doing it again? Okay. So you keep up? Yes, I typically like to keep it up here. Because I don't find a pause here. Okay, looking for the 50 unit. Responding. Okay, somewhere you had to start about here. Here you got this as you said. Okay. Wasn't here is different here. Let's see for C. We're looking for traders 3 about here. Use the other forums here, Asia. What a forum this time around. A little bit journal, you know. Look at some videos about it, keep us narrator. Not really smart about it. Somebody else got all this complain about here. You here. So like these those are really big smart things here. I mean you wanna focus on this, why do you get banned around here? Exactly. You saw something worship about space right? You think about it, guess anybody can find about those things right? Well, to be honest, I haven't heard much words about here. They always, you can only yourself recognize how it feels about. He can recognize you. Here it is somebody I guess who's so critical of it. Any thought that example, say something, isn't it? Something like a black car around here. Black car around here are addicted here. This is how they feel about it. They say, oh, I'm so just get black car around here. The work about it here. Keep it going on. Don't let it. He didn't really recognize here. There's a video of here, is it better? I'm sort of spending about time here. Did you hear what I say about it here? Do you have any interest to respond that thing here? Here is answer. Look at that, it's gonna maybe exit a candidate here. You're not check. How can I be sure about your check is here? Okay, try something is there's I guess you know to say it is a step out of here. Show me some proof evidence here. A Friday about it here. Okay, I'm also a big disbeliever about him, okay, sir. I use this website here. Here we go. Una segunda. I gotta get gas there. You know, for are you? The competition thing here is preferring about it here. That's all things here, the individuals here. It kinda interesting, there's other ways to like a money field and just focus in souls here, right there. But when you tell me like this all big access gone here, I guess. So what you can do about is given the conditions, like what's back to the problem here, the focus the all this, of course this can happen any day, days. Okay, here it goes again. Recorded this thing here. Finally getting this thing up. I damned myself that again. Yes, you are no. Here it goes here. Liar. He's a liar, I said. I'm learning about somebody else here. Show me about it. Okay, let's see if it's gonna responding with me. On my message is in here. It don't look like a check is here. It's a case right. It doesn't look like this kind of thing. It's not really attractive as a the case with the case is all I need here. So they complain about it. I think about it here. Just get this kind of thing. Comparison to again same thing here. Replicate. Make a sure about it. It's get a change about it here. Okay, so here give to it about stuff. It's a focus here. He might like those individuals, but okay, these celebrity people. He was used by real life. Singing about here. No about it. But the topics are today. In Rainbow Dash is there. I can't be anywhere Rainbow Dash. I'm here. We have nice time. I can't be, bro. Whatever. Who cares? Yeah, but you're a liar, I guess. Here. Exactly, I think. I think here. He recognized that defect here. Here. Because he doesn't understand here. He's definitely leaving the country here. Okay, I just want to make a sure about it here. I knew about it already here. I'm a very good knows the thing here. He's not here, I guess. You're not from, I guess. You're not from here. Where are you from? Romania. As an individual who's looking for here to go settlement here knows other things here. Settlement, what is a telltale sign about here? That's the things that are lucky, I guess. It's the matrimony of the extent here. A dawn here. You look about that things here. I put in ahead of that thing here. It's a positive correlate there, but not too much here, actually. Like a diff enough, but not too much here, right? As always, it gets a propeller. I don't think that has a propeller. Look at pseudomas here, right? Not really amazing much well applied here, right? You can train that, by the way. Or at least get looking for this physical worker on here. This forehead had no problem itself. This is the shape about here. The shape is noses, of course. That's it. Looking for it. The eye size, the eyebrows. So look, they're looking for face about here. The process has different things here. I call it. So the same stuff as the cabia. The nose is one thing here. The big nose, too small nose, yeah. You definitely don't in front eye, not do any longer in a front here. Only downward here gets a coin on here. Just looking for how does the shape here really is. Because it's like a triangle here. That's something interesting about a triangle. Looking for here. There's something else it looks like here. A generalization factor here. Okay. Let's sing enough of this kind of thing. Okay. And it's faster. One thing here. To the modify the thing here. I will use a trip as an element here. There's a million of this. Everything goes fast to get there. Very easy to get, very difficult to get it here. I'm curious here. Once again here. Because it's seeing it here. Can take off this here. Take it off because it. Well, maintain the household I guess. Go back for testing here. Maybe this is my videos here. I take off this stick here, I guess, by the way. And he doesn't know what. You gotta put again. Mind that also say. The name discrimination. So you can run this 0 here. Believe it or not, it will get uploaded here, my friend here. But meanwhile, it will get uploaded as thing out here. Okay. I try to get this thing. 1.12, very little here. Very little. There it goes. The interfactor here is did you never know that thing here? Well, he didn't think about it. He didn't say about that I was not wrong or nothing. He just didn't think about that thing here. I didn't concern about it, so it didn't focus it. If you really ask about it, I would say about it. Well, I don't know, by the way. And now he said definitely that's the issue is true about here. It's fact about here. Singing a disrespect here, is there? Here we go. Are you gonna go? I laughed in myself, yeah. Good joke, Rainer. Oh, the word is interesting. A fault the things here. Has gotten even worse, so this kind of different thing here. Getting something else issue going on here. You need to really be out of it. Getting around here. If they are able to overcome that pressure here. Other things about what's lacking on himself here. The conditions here. A scratching here. I think the word is keep it going here. Looking for once again. Now you discuss everything here. And everything is done once again here. Yeah, I see. Is if we have this account here in Wolf here. The surprise about here. We need to kind of repeat this thing here if you hear about it. What is it? Because real. Got a person. Computers. Here's the computers, yeah. That's interesting. I don't know what. Talking about how to make a computers here. I doubt you can talk about computers. The computers are what they are. They are interesting machines here. Decarbonate. Decarbonate here. There's a couple of interesting important factors here. That's the way how it does it too about here. Products. But go back the way how what you were doing here. There's a lot of different things with this. Skipping after all elements. It will be cutting down so far that it will be find something. And then we'll find something is that's the element here actually. Stachniapa. It's not here. Perhaps here occasion. Okay, I will this here. 501 here by the way. Okay, 501. Now it will be cast automatic here. Yeah, did yet cuts about it here. There is this possibility existing by the way here. You're looking for whatever it is here. It's gonna have no value whatever here. Pulling these things here. Not the all time the highest degree here. Manufacturers 12, 15, 29 here. Let's sneeze. Just let us sneeze here. And the laser should be coming here. If it does here. Finally here. I gotta say inflation because I cannot get here. This by the way. One thing might be changed the polarity here. Okay, it gets this other space here. Because it was here, it was unnecessary actually even do that thing here. Well, nevertheless, you wanna pull it off together. What do you need to do about here? So there's only two things here, Asia. And just them two. So therefore you can upload everything override it here. Yes. And then as here. And then because they are not original files here, Asia. It will be eventually get a. And next thing. Here, do you know what you're doing? Like you override about them. Was the last time at 20 here. Even this case was here. Everything else. We are working full time to think about it. Transitions to the files of another folder. What files are to be moved? You can move it different various ways about the PC. This was one of the fast way to do it. It's faster between a computer so for computers here. So with direct data link or by internet case to use for example, yeah. Not really that's gonna be a landscape product with the way you need to kind of wipe able to variables and that's kind of very difficult. As there's different factors like what you need to do is internet together. I think yeah. So I think that's local router here. There is how the supervisor I recognize here. Something in factory. It's VLOC here. Direction. Here we go about that thing here. If I like getting something here. Okay. They recognize that factor. Okay, you think of a passport, yes, the chance is here. Your account has been banned here, remember passport here. But just think what you write about here. Any reasons here, somebody will visit after here. What you talk about, you cannot really straightforward factor here, putting those things here. I mean, as I say about it wasn't about the equality rules, it was about the conditionality about here. But that's the price university will say about here. You recognize about that people can do whatever they like to do about here. So therefore they can any time to put it down if they just will to do it other because they can do about here. Become a partner to get started here. This is exciting here. That was more than intriguing about here. singing here. Are very short to career. Do, 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 do. Get no sync at the ticket, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it? Tiny Mr. Attraction to be the case you can. Correct experience case here. Real press ray. The next life this here. Exit life here. Once you sing in here. Let's go when I got all singing today. To be good to you can what is he singing here? Chica pa 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 somebody else like he's a chance to get there. I'm going to shoot all the different things here. He's also really study of the lyrics. He just even try to beat them, I guess. I mean, nobody will really care about that thing. Or if it will be maybe one person, will be possible. Yeah, the payoff is a lot to get there. I mean, so it doesn't make any sense. Like so special, it says here. No, 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 no. Good. Mm. Ma no cockiness. Actually, cockiness was something. It's a don't take a cockiness. Yeah. So, some part. Your opinion set it up. It's like a teeny kind of face. It's slow to put it down. Sorry, there's always a different history, so this is a thing here. I'm gonna be the guy here is a more developed here. This is something else. What are the highest different here? Develop the mantic is a okay, here it goes next thing here. Phase, zone, because so you speak at this case. Yes, that's interesting about here. So develop the case. That's all factor here, guys. Honestly, looking for everything here. Those something that's a simple also he's interested right now the way how he want about the case. Yeah. Okay, let's look at where about guess English guess. I think if I can teach you. Just bring anybody here, I guess who's not native English speaker, yeah. And who has to live more than 1 year. There's even person who live 3 months. I think about that. I can take chance here. Don't know whose parents are not because who's not even English speaker. It's a little bit too long here. I think I can fit here because even you have living and still I guess and I'll spend even more I guess here. By the way. But it's not everything here. It's not like I think about that. I'm overconfident about it. I am better here. What is better here? Bigger vocabulary. I'm just able to say more words about it here. So the more words. That's the good thing about here. Somebody is just so confident with that thing, and the confidence. It's about the is so capability. It's just able to pull a lot of words where the developer is not. A big aces in the game here. That's also interesting. Yeah. This is smiling about it. What I'm doing now is not destroying it here. Basically, some part beating is a call check is what is it called? A call check here is call check. Just a call check it is it's kind of a blacklist is blacklist is call check blacklist is call check here is it's a kind of a confidence test here. What is confidence? There's nothing to look once again here. Go down. The beat here. Call check is call check blacklist here. Here it is. Is worried about the what's incredible. So what he's doing about here is a great idea about here what he's doing. And he's got a two-part thing now. It seems to be actually very easy to investigate. Okay, what a category is why people get to say to something not to say son is also like pulling up. One thing is that it's moving quite faster on here. But something like this it's the OX doesn't have a credible this kind of a turnover rate about here. It's a speed about here. Even I don't have an interesting idea. One thing about the here is of course it alone does that area is that it putting it moving faster those legs here. That's interesting about it. Why can't you move legs any faster? You're looking for recognize about the running coming on you. Is it possible to move those legs faster here? Where I have coming here? Here we go. Okay. I'm looking for this elements here. That's a good thing. Development here. Discussing. That's the last final thing here. That's what about this stuff. Okay. What's there, sir? Health learning for the Medicare medicines here. What you call here? Biological. Yeah, even this is still about like condition results of biological causes diseases here. Diseases, okay, so like conditions, conditions, okay. Condition. I think that might be conditions. I guess. Might be asked to see as English, I guess, or in a final theorem. I think it's definitely conditions, I guess. Condition. I'm very guess. Conditions, I guess. Like this is a research. There's a particle I think I'd be luckier. It's so short about it, just get it. Yeah, there's a bit of different here. Cellular. Cells. The stem cells here. Learning, research here. Cells here. I got back this whole thing here. He didn't know this was here. By the way, let's go up on this here. Food. It kind of forget things so quickly here. Short memory here. Look. Now it's looking for a kid together. But it's a 2-day meal. Again, food. Food to get there. 300 Celsius is the food here, isn't it? Eating, right? Yeah. There's a different things about eating here. There's a today's meal here. There's a meal. Oh, there's some surprise here. Potatoes, 1 second, yeah. It's a potatoes. Potatoes, why always potatoes? Just look at vlog here. That's interesting. Why is it always potatoes? And then the poor food here, compared here. You're looking for everything else tale about here. He says, but what I could be too about it, there is better food here, is that? He's gonna ask about it, why says the food here. And also, there's so much food here. You have to really enforce it, but it's, you're not enforcing, but first what is available. Let's do that around here. Yeah, I recognize the thing. I can really somehow respect myself for playing about that thing here. There's not comment on here. Anybody do anything here? Here it goes. What a tweet return here. What a question here. Here we go. I suddenly have to recognize about here. Nothing really amazing intriguing about there. It's out the limit here. You're getting constantly accident here. He is also putting off here. It's all the case. It's not always be quarantine things. As he has since also getting offline here when it does. It's never be absolute quarantine. It's just the best way to get a feel the open. And to get a piece so beaten, this is not a good piece down bad. I'm spending more time here. But what it doesn't make any sense here. Just set the guys up what to get it all for the fun when I want to get it to prefer I guess. Son R and to city with the basic to a factor what a factor is yeah. He ran out of different things here. But in fairness occasion he just seems to be asking what is the base here. And so here there's so many different factors. He says now that factor here and now this factor here. Yes, let's go on myself here. Let's go on okay, let's go on. Yeah, that's weakness. That's right, you know, weakness. Yeah. You always need your somebody else helping, right? Whatever. You're noob. Losers. I won again here. I won because you guys, you never can beat me 1 by 1 fighting right here. Just come on here. Just all you 3 faces to get it. Like I put you down against it, against it. If you 3. Okay. I'm not maybe excellent. Well, okay, perhaps it can happen, but I mean, you're not gonna beat me, guys. Just comment on your hitting here. It was Ducati, which obviously isn't the case because I guess it had it looks like he could still get the case if he was the case. Well, I heard a comment this report. I heard about that thing. This don't brace, let go, insecure. He did ever walk about that. Such stability. Do you leave or anything like that thing? So I ensure the best thing here. Okay. He's looking for always the negative things, the positive things here. Just practice it for a look on here. Seen about enough here. Is it the case because I hear, but it's not so much guys. It's close to get he was to get it to get the feel of it because it's operation. A well-looking set they put in temptation to have some your sympathies. Promote always for the confidence and kindness here. What kindness here? That's in the portrait kindness here. And putting everybody else the cockiness here. Confidence. Well, I don't think it's about it here. They hold always. Don't even have to. You can get quite a far away there. In short term, especially cockiness a kind. Okay, here. In short term, okay, there. This is an walking the pool of people look around here. He's nowhere near with the most. Yeah, sorry, even in case most I think that's off. No son could so dump me the last case. The case that have a huge case look like a there. Something instance of practice more case. So I need the food the fact that the more case. Then this most people never case or 8 case. Whenever cases like get it or 8 like that's all the cases for this case. ate like the most parents probably never taste, That's also its negative effect here. Not physical use of the case lies against the cooling of thing, but exposed to case. Who knows how much case of things here? Who knows how much case that's important factor, but that's what I like about here is how lies are physical here. So something in the food affects more is our health case. Other case of the physical lies of the best place case. Who knows how much case only thing in mind case now is heart attack from lack of the case. The work activities of now is a heart attack from lack of it. Even there's a demonic case who showed up in the last say case. You can cause all the food, something in the food case. That is something that doesn't make difference. That is most probably never case or ate like all the parent case. It generates a parent here. That's interesting case. You only eat what there is available food here case. You only do things what you are capable of doing about here. Oh, I'm looking for this use in never is interesting that this video is not even expanding. Why are you laughing here? Expanding. In that I find a ridiculous. I found it your channel. They appear there's a because the ones you notice I remember are the ones you notice I remember is don't comment to the people who work is a me very often. Even as I you saw it is in a press room even as you saw it the case son of a record beta. You saw like it's art. One of these put together yeah. As I'm spending about things here keeping going on. I learned something about these things here. And the factors here I guess of like getting on here. And things just made because I guess here. Opacity divided the sun of the first all the calculates and all the same result here. You should be able to find that the would get if it was you will be able to find one I guess it was really better. As insecurities, yeah. It goes on there and get to rescue the whiteboard Sunday. Whiteboard Sunday always have a different data for it to see because that's a prepare guess. What tools that mean that's the interesting thing about the here looking for here. Other factors here, there's different factors that same result here. This is looking at it things every day and staying in top shape and work hard here. You can see that the guys because when they said this is a work me guys it's just see over that thing here. Understand about that. That's a problem because who won't be insecure over being next to guys don't keep it this because you get this let's say stand up because you're guys and make a remote it's also I don't care about that thing here. Or this is thing up as spending a time here Asia. It's really a case important health because I also physical um I don't know if you know about that. I had myself this at a very serious case of 1 year ago, yeah. And to really write it something about the health is that I'm one of the things here is what happened here. So you had to get yes to get I have to get this kind of thing I was get I think about it but it's been as to get here it is how it's happening here. So then I just get so I managed to finally for case because it was because it has to have a you give it a look like here. And so whatever you sense here. There's something is when I like to talk about what happened to me, I guess maybe don't know. Okay, I had myself this what? Okay, we call it this. Yes, the LSI here. The home also gets that's that different thing. You but you don't continue the thing here. That's annoying with this. A competition we're thinking here. Or have a case here. The someone done. If you know which people that are gonna console, someone gonna pass me in a fork in the face, I give you here a chance here. That's a mean to a lot of potato to the face. And that everyone looks good with the face, Danny. I prefer it, don't worry. I saw a hype here, I said. Excel here. There's something so just insanity and nothing does that they can fuck it must take. But for most people the point is that I was also smiling about thing here. In people the same thing must have people. That's the case, yeah. Whoa, that is yeah. Long Lexus is right. Also it is more than I guess it's 50%. My first impression is and with a kind of face. When a gear after something a guy is not too good at all, son, I didn't tell the point of potato in the face. Of course, sir. We're gonna open up the here. Anyway, you saw that what the million factor, is that I should I myself take a remark here, whatever here. You can of course use the attacking of it. And that's like guys of last second hour. I know case of always I know should don't try all that hard to get one and people I think the case is what is even it. They have no purpose of getting but they have not. Is are you sure about it? They'll get all how to get one. Try a toy, people anti-case. When you guys see that case, well, it's not one guy is even here, is whatsoever getting it's not any case, it's interesting looking for what this case, it's just alone that factor here, it's just alone that factor, that's what we're looking for. That's what I'm also looking for, one factor alone will be so superiority over everything else here. Is that another here? I don't think so perfect application. I really should see the death place zombie now. I was basically selfish to the autophagia. And so I have a no whatsoever preference or whatsoever here getting around here. No need to go on place that because this sacre you're looking at that things here. There's a song around here. Whoa, looking for that animal he's consuming here. Here's the cool thing about it here. It's not so off like it's a number right here. It doesn't bring up this in it. You never heard it. I will never again here. You never hear it say it's or like but the case scream is here. Okay, so stereotype here is a stereotype is also takes an always fight against the but it takes this real together but all the high case. You like it what is if you waste it. Then when you play top to get the top here. But still it's not very difficult and a few lobbies that is can press it's the only reason that the person his number as a case of being the best getting math of any case his number as a case his so that's extra case and I guess because the papers is from helps with here is a physical here. Well that's the physical here. But paper I guess in a both case is an aspect it places are self-made. My most super short guys are this guy Kimi case is saying bananas the whole substance is so powerful as be so done as are self-made occasion. Ask anyone because of where there's also a patient. Most of them not because will have accurate this my accurate case because you're more details that they should possibly the case to solve if it didn't repair. This didn't make it because it's just like get less case of a case to get really case are getting around here. And I saw this case in here. They would have people for a long thing was even less in numbers here. What is the nurses are getting really case and then what happened in the last 40 years here? In the food consuming here. Interesting about that thing here. And so here the signal increase everything since it's a 50 based on body. I have a particular increase our test since it gets 56 they're looking for where a significance gets there. I don't know, I sound first people like some people like are you going to part of the solution? Part of the problem of the solution, the solution. You basically get there. To do something about things here. individual static appears to the repeat taste to benefit going to me. I start repeating it. As with this case because pillar with the case is other is a passing as a go I was the classic as a is the feel like of the group here. Ensuring as a living or is your passing here. There's a dedicated that tells us I think all the force kind of thing here. He can actually focus the offensive. He doesn't matter a thing here. He could really capture it. It's the high to because of who's to get or two as a maybe feel up is getting a Ruiz that had either space or left yeah, Radicator. Maybe Caser here. If it goes to PTB this kind of Bethesda. He was already looks about the hook Caser. Well that's matter here Caser. It's as if that thing right here. Because that would be putting him off the case to the risk the not absolutely off the case, but partially off the case. We have the case haven't thought about it. They took on start as a pro player. The good top point is because really case. Enough says that there's always different things that are everything in it. It's cut off point is that there is a threshold, it's individual self yeah. Individual by individual, yeah. Here it is the way about it here is availability case and a fair ease of case here. Looking for whatever area case in it. If your case to have a highest number of a potential case here. Looking for conditions here. The people told this case here. The place of the case could be we go all over here Asia. That's the main city. This is not a good event to be part to recall. Tracevity sees Monica's warning that race. They may not be your guest, but it's listening for. I think that is a very good real quality of life. The good look it tastes. The Sena Kana, but they are generally here. I think about it here especially. As says about the case I say that it is dedicated here. Who could find the same. Here is evidence. I respect it. And so think about this knowledge because it could be easily pulled up like a many different things here. What we learn about the life about was that the huge scientific knowledge makes huge difference in physics here. That's just the reality around here. This code is short of myself, so intelligence person like me here. But of course very much the case here. Pulling of that so because every case of peel off the cats gets more skeptics and Hulk especially get cleansed on. And so because so it's in this secret swap here. Getting it in a plantation on things that's also that also gets a speak flotation. If it is so bad it develops the can't tip and he possibly to the cater. Help for other things. As we play with the move on and this is something that can't take it out of the piece that I just could afford to pay on and keep here. I can indicate other things here. Somebody else is standing right here. What happened here? You didn't have got to get an exclamation must have a must have here. Those that they tell me the group could have beaten and they said hate the mace could have done it to get it. They cling to face in a parky the things here. Yes, you're on here. And the bee don't so we don't to could face smiling around here. Other elements it is a very good here. It was never here. We're looking for that type of thing here. Maybe should be. So everything's great here, I guess. But there's a thing about here it is he's in so it's a high one of the thickest is a PQ artist that's very really easy guess. The wristband here is if you get a drop on console that thing here is isn't it an interval is some here thought that thing is use the life external guess of eternal here. So I respect this name itself is the point here is that's not the case, and that's actually the case on here. In solitaire, looking for that force rider. I find that it's getting me about here. If you take a look on Ematis, it's nuts that you don't get a long tier quite support here. I don't know this thing here. Stop this thing right here.